In the year 2017, the great Rabbi Jonathan Sacks, he made a statement. He said that anti-Semitism, he says, mutates. And it mutates and changes form. I thought that's intriguing. I was intrigued by that because, you see, the Jew doesn't change. We Jews, we don't change. So what changes? And I kind of sat with that for a few, maybe weeks, months, and I thought to myself, what changes is how society understands morality. Because in each era, we are constructed as a demon, as a villain, a cosmic villain. No, not just any villain, a villain that violates the morality of its time. There are three distinct eras of Jew hatred: anti-Judaism, anti-Semitism, and anti-Zionism. In each era, we are cast as violators of the moral tenets of that time. So in the era of anti-Judaism, Christianity was the moral compass. So we were literally Christ killers, the killers of the morality. Well, post-Enlightenment, the world evolves. There's a new kind of rationalism, race science develops, and Jews are once again cast in the role of villain, this time violating the purity of race. I argue in one of my essays that it took a massive catastrophe, i.e. the Holocaust, to compel another moral realignment. And if you ask anyone really in the West, what is morality? How do you understand morality? They'll say it's human rights. But how do you violate human rights? Genocide, racism, colonialism, apartheid. The Jew, once again, it was recast as violating the tenets of his time. This is an actual picture from a May Day parade. I'm going to deconstruct that with you right now. This is from a May Day parade in 1972. If you could see, the children are happy and they're floating, but you see that ugly Jewish spider? Do y'all see that? Yeah, and you go, wait, Dr. Leck, why are you calling this anti-Zionism? This looks like classical anti-Semitism, and you'd be right. But what you don't see are the words behind. So I'm going to tell, it says, Sionism rujyo imperialisma, which means Zionism is the weapon of imperialism. And this is very clever. The Soviets were terrible at running their country, but they were brilliant at manufacturing propaganda narrative. They understood that there was an emerging worldview after World War II in which human rights were enshrined. And of course, the United Nations was like this, it became the church, if you're following my example. What they did there is they were kind of testing the market. They wetted this ugly Jewish spider with this new gloss, this veneer, this seemingly just criticism, political criticism type speech. And in that way, they got away with it. The other way that they got away with it is code switching. The wily Jew hater code switches all the time. The person who coined the term anti-Semitism is Wilhelm Marr. When I learned about this, I thought to myself, well, why did somebody have to create a new word for something that already exists? Judenhass in German, or anti-Judaism. Why do that? Well, he was very clever. He was very wily. He needed to sell this old hatred in a gloss. And you know what else he did? He distanced himself from Judenhass. He said, I don't hate the Jews for their religion. I don't think they killed Christ. I'm a man of reason. No, there's something else going on with the Jews. It's their race that's the problem. That's exactly what happened when I was an undergraduate. Speaker after speaker would come up stage and they would say, I denounce anti-Semitism. There is not an anti-Semitic racist bone in my body. I am an anti-Zionist. And I remember I was like, what's going on there? Why are they doing that rhetorical move? Why do that? Well, it's very clever because you denounce something bad and then you say, look, I'm giving you something else. I'm not that bad thing.